Mike Bresnahan. He's the Laker analyst for Spectrum SportsNet. He worked with the LA Times covering the Lakers for 12 years, and he joins us on the program. What was the atmosphere like last night, Mike?
Pretty crazy. You know, it was mostly Clipper fans, which you would expect from a designated Clipper home game at Staples Center, but lots of Laker fans, too. Some chants for LeBron, the MVP chants, also some Let's Go Lakers here and there throughout Staples Center. Fun game, definite playoff-type environment already out here in Los Angeles.
How would you describe the playing styles for both of these teams?
Clippers were very physical last night. They tried to be very physical with LeBron, very physical with AD. Really tried just about everything. They even had Patrick Beverley, their 6-foot point guard, trying to guard LeBron early in the first quarter. Didn't really work too well, so they went away from it. But I think the Clippers' doggedness really got to the Lakers. And the Lakers are still trying to figure things out. You know, they got 9 new players. A lot of LeBron and AD, of course, but, you know, I think they missed Kyle Kuzma's punch off the bench because they really got beat up badly by the Clippers bench.
What is the time frame for Paul George?
You know, that's a really good question. One of the Clippers' best guarded secrets right now. They already said he'd missed the first 10 games of the season. So you're guessing probably another month or so as he recovers from that shoulder injury. Did not look like they needed him very much at all last night. That was a very strong team with or without Paul George. Scary news for Clipper haters, of which there are quite a few here in L.A., and they look like a very, very good, polished team. They've been together for a long time. They did pretty well in the playoffs last season without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Then you add those two. That team's tough. Very, very dangerous team for sure.
What's your biggest concern with the Lakers this year?
Bench depth. You know, I heard a couple of the Lakers kind of talking off to the side in the locker room last night after the game, and they were looking at the stat sheet, and they said, wow, the Clippers had 60 points from their bench, and the Lakers had only 19. Yeah. So, you know, that will improve once Kyle Kuzma comes back from a stress reaction in his left foot. Probably another week, maybe 2. Nothing official from the Lakers yet on a return timetable. But the Lakers really need some bench production. Rajon Rondo also sat out last night's game. He's probably going to come off the bench to start the season. But they really need some depth. Clippers with Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, really 2 of the best impact bench players in the league. Really, the Clippers really showing off their depth last night.
The regular season's more important to the Clippers or the Lakers?
I think the Clippers, which is funny to say because the Clippers announced a couple weeks ago that Paul George is going to be missing some time. And the Clippers are kind of younger. The Lakers are much more of a veteran team. You know, you got LeBron turning 35 in a couple months, and definitely some older veterans on the Lakers. Danny Green, by the way, 28 points last night in his Laker debut. This is a funny stat, Dan. It's the most points ever for any Laker in his first game with that franchise. He got really hot behind the arc. But it's definitely a veteran-laden team for the Lakers. Complete 180 from last season when they had young guys like Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. Now they have all these veterans. I'm not sure the regular season is as important to the Lakers as the Clippers, though.
Talking to Mike Bresnahan, the Laker analyst for Spectrum SportsNet, and he was the beat guy for the Lakers for the LA Times for 12 years. Who else do you like out west? It feels like it's top-heavy with Lakers, Clippers, but then I hear people say, well, Denver might end up with the best record, but who else do you kind of throw in the mix here?
Yeah, I think they're on point with saying the Nuggets have the best record. They're just a real young team. I don't think they know any better. It's not a knock on the Nuggets. It's just they're going to start sprinting right away. They're going to be the team trying to get to 55, 56 wins, secure home court throughout that West playoff chase. I don't think they win it, though. There's just not enough experience, championship experience on that roster. Utah, a lot of interesting moves by the Jazz during the offseason. They pick up Mike Conley. They pick up Bogdanovich. That's a team that, along with Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, they're going to make some noise in the playoffs as well. I don't even know how to assess Houston. All right, what is that backcourt? You've got Russell Westbrook. You've got James Harden. That team, in my mind, could be anywhere from first to eighth in the West. Clint Capella, very good center. But I just don't know, what's that backcourt going to look like? I mean, Harden's still getting his points in the preseason games, but Westbrook was a little bit up and down. I think he had one game where he had 8 or 9 turnovers, and that could be a little bit troubling for the Rockets. They'll be so entertaining, so fun to watch under D'Antoni, though, that's for sure.
Who do you think LeBron will get traded during the regular season?
I see what you're saying there. There's not a lot of youth on the Lakers besides Kyle Kuzma, and he's such an inexpensive, equitable contract for the Lakers because he was drafted 27th overall. He's only in his third year of his rookie deal. Not a lot of money going out, so you can't have a lot of money coming in as per NBA collective bargaining agreement rules. So I think this is kind of what they are. There's just not a lot of space on the roster. Maybe they make a play to get Andre Iguodala. Might cost them a first-rounder. But they've already traded a bunch of their first-rounders to get Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
So this might be who they are for the rest of this season. Is it enough to win it all? That's the huge question here in L.A., and a few more people are asking it after seeing last night's score. Although it's not really panic time for any team. After one game, half the NBA teams will be winless, and half of them will be undefeated. So it's you can't get too crazy right now.
Well, it is L.A., though, Mike. And there's going to be – it feels like this is almost like the NFL, where every game we have a referendum on a team or a player. You're going to be doing that for 82 games this year, it feels like, with the Lakers and the Clippers. So good luck doing that.
Oh, I can't wait to read the local columnist's opinions from last night. Bill Plaschke, I'm sure he was hammering away right after that game. Doom for the Lakers and a championship on the way for the Clippers. I love Bill, and I love reading everyone's stories out here, but the Lakers just draw so much fire after a loss, no matter what time of year it is, and so much compliments and coddling after a win, even if it was just a season opener. Obviously, that did not happen for them last night. They'll be back at practice trying to figure it out.
And I'm curious, but both of these teams aren't three-point shooting teams. And it wasn't that the new norm, or am I missing out on what their strategy is going to be? Green is a good three-point shooter. LeBron can be a capable three-point shooter. Kuzma as well. But you look at some of these other teams where they're a little bit more three-point shooting happy than the Lakers and Clippers. Are they trying to change the new? Is this the new style? Is the old style in the NBA?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'll answer on the Lakers because I think they really try to address this. All right, the last 4 seasons, they've been 29th, 29th, 22nd, and 30th in three-point shooting. And I think they try to address that during the offseason. So they pick up Danny Green. They pick up a Quinn Cook, who had his moments as a backup point guard for the Warriors. They try to add DeMarcus Cousins, who can hit some threes here and there. Obviously, he's out for a long time with a torn ACL that he had at a pickup game a month ago. So they tried to add a couple guys who could maybe get them up from that bottom 5 in the NBA. And they were actually okay behind the arc last night. Danny Green was 7 of 9 from three-point range. That's amazing right there. No wonder he scored 28 points, right? So three-point shooting for once was not their issue in the game. It really was defense. They were good in that category in that first quarter, but then Clippers had a 40-point second quarter, and really it was kind of on from there. The Clippers really outpacing the Lakers, many more fast break points. The Lakers just seemed a step slow in many categories last night.
Mike, thanks for getting up early. We appreciate your time. We'll check in with you during the season. Thank you.
All right, anytime, Dan. Have a good one.
That's Mike Bresnahan, Laker analyst, Spectrum SportsNet, also covered the Lakers 12 years for the LA Times.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.